Most people know you from the series of The Bachelorette, but people don't know you have an extensive background in finance. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I was in the banking industry and I got my MBA in accounting and finance. And if I go into like all the ins and outs about the business stuff, that could get boring. But here's the fun stuff. As a banker, I got to see all the numbers that the banks want to see about all of us as it relates to our financial health. So as a result of that, I can kind of give the trading secrets through the book of like the numbers we actually have to focus on. So yeah, I was in banking for about 10 years and now own a few companies myself. So it's been fun.
That's smart, very genius of you.
Yeah.
Is that what led you into writing the book?
Well, for this one specifically, it's like, okay, I got this background in finance, and then I took the detour and went into reality TV, Bachelor Nation, a little dating show. And so, got some fans there, I love it. And so, you know, there's these worlds of like love and my personal love life being out there in public, tied with my professional life. I'm like, wait a second. We have so many books that are centered around self-help with love and with money, but we haven't married the two. And we know that money arguments are the second leading reason for divorce right now.
Wow.
And we know that 50% of married and cohabitating relationships don't feel comfortable having these conversations. So I was like, this is the time to do it. We'll take those 8 numbers that you have to know, that the bank says you should know, and then we'll tie it into love and relationships, and we'll learn to talk money to each other.
That is awesome, because we all need this. You're right, we don't want to talk about it. Now, you had a successful career in finance. What made you want to get into reality TV?
Yeah, that's a wild one. Now, so I was 10 years, I was like the yes corporate guy. Like, you tell me where to go, I'll go. I moved from New York to Seattle, didn't know anyone. What I found, and I don't know if this is relatable to some people out there, but sometimes the system will pigeonhole you to take a direction with your career that might limit your creativity and all the dreams that you ever had.
Right.
I found that I was like living my title and everything through my suit. The way I talked was just connected to how I was as a professional. I lost myself. And so when I got approached to go on a reality show, everyone in my life was like, absolutely not. My mom was like, that's yeah, she was like, I watched that show. You stay off of it. But for me, it was like the first time I like just did something for myself. And of all things, going on a reality show is what changed the whole trajectory of my professional success, my personal happiness. And sometimes in this life, like, you gotta take shots that are unconventional. Otherwise, you'll be down the hole that the system puts you down. And so it was that kind of changed life for me.
And I hear you're gonna teach us some things on how to save, or what to save and what to spend.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a little spend and save.
You're gonna teach us some things?
Yeah, we're gonna do
We're ready to learn some things. What you got for us?
All right. So the first one, so save or spend, people talk about buying coffee or making coffee. So this is one we deal with every day. I'm a big coffee guy. I have about 20 cups a day, okay?
I like coffee too.
Now, if you brew your own coffee, on average, it's about a quarter. If you go to your local coffee shop, it's about $4. Now, with finance, right, you think about this. If I have a toothache, I instantly go to the dentist because it's a pain point. With finance, the system doesn't create instant pain. It's like a slow drip, okay? We just slowly feel it. So the difference between a quarter and $4, we could deal with it. Well, if you have 20 cups a week, that difference becomes material, $5 to $80. You do that on an annual basis, you're talking a difference of $260 to over $4,000. And if you take that difference and you're able to invest it at 10% return, think about what you could do with that money.
Right.
So that's the stuff, we gotta think the long game with finance. So that's one, spend or save.
Y'all listening?
Okay, now we go
following.
coffee, right? After coffee, what do? You got lunch, right? So what do we wanna do? We all wanna go out to lunch.
Yes.
So the big one, spend or save. Lunch, make it, or go out? What would you do? What's your go-to?
Well, I do like to get out and go a little lunch sometime, but I like a little sandwich too, at home.
Okay, well I'm gonna ask you this question. You tell me what you think the answer is. February 20 to February 2024, how much have grocery prices increased? Take a shot at a percentage.
Oh, you asking the wrong one right now.
I'll give you the answer.
Tell me.
25%. So I don't know if people feel that when they're buying groceries, but 25% in 4 years. Now, if you make your lunch, it's gonna be roughly around $4 a day. But if you go out to lunch, it's around $15 a day. So same type of concept. You're talking about $20 a week making it, or $75 going out. And again, you multiply that on an annual basis. That's 1,000 versus close to 4,000. So that's the stuff we got to start thinking about. So on that one, we want to save. We want to stay home.
Okay, stay home.
Now the last one we'll do is, or we'll do a few more, but generic groceries versus all the high-end labels out there, right? Here's a big one. This number's crazy. The difference in price before the name brands and generic, 40%. Now, if you think about it, here's a tip. Look at the ingredients. Almost always the ingredients are the same.
The same.
It's the flashy packaging and the sparkling lights that are getting us. So, if you're spending $10,000 a year on, generic products and groceries versus name labels, that's a difference of $4,000. Now, I got one crazy stat for you that'll blow you away. $100,000 in 1974 if it was invested in the S&P 500. Fast forward to end of 2023, if you had reinvested all your dividends, that value's over $18 million. So the idea behind that is if we could get our money working for us instead of spending, it could change our lives. It could change our lives.
Wow. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit jenniferhudsonshow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.